We cannot do politics without tears in our eyes if we're followers of Jesus. Yes, this is my opinion. But if I didn't think it was right or true, I wouldn't share it with you. We cannot do politics as genuine followers of Jesus unless we have tears in our eyes, not because politics should be sentimental, not because empathy replaces policy, not because of any of those things, but because when empathy disappears, political and foreign policy decisions become dangerous to the world, to ourselves, and especially to those who bear the consequences. Jesus wept. The Gospel of John, chapter 11, verse 35. Before Jesus speaks power, before he commands resurrection, he allows himself to be present to grief. He weeps with those trapped in despair, injustice, suffering, and death, even knowing the outcome. That posture belongs not only to our pastoral care, it belongs to our citizenship. Jesus does not rush past suffering to get to resolution. He does not reduce people to abstractions. He does not harden his heart in the name of efficiency or certainty. If Jesus weeps at graves, then followers of Jesus cannot make public decisions as though human costs were incidental. In recent days, much of our national rhetoric and many of our decisions have sounded heartless, cold, and indifferent to fellow Americans, to people in other nations, and to those who come to America seeking refuge. When empathy disappears from policy, people disappear from concern. And when people disappear from concern, harm comes easy, and easily it is justified. And that, my friend, is not the way of Jesus. At Lazarus' tomb, Jesus doesn't ask who is to blame or what precedent does this set or how will this play out politically. For Christians, the governing civic question becomes, am I loving God and my neighbor when I support these policies? And that's the question. That question doesn't eliminate disagreement. It doesn't provide easy answers, but it disciplines our posture before we defend our positions. Policy without empathy is not neutral, it is dangerous. But what can I do? I'm only one person. That question is honest and it matters. Jesus never asked individuals to carry the whole world alone. He formed communities of conscience. And here are 5 faithful responses available to every citizen. I can band together with others. Isolation breeds despair. Community multiplies courage. 2, I can make my voice heard. Silence always benefits power. Thoughtful speech is a civic responsibility. 3, I can be gracious to those who disagree with me. Empathy does not require agreement. It requires remembering shared humanity. 4, I can willingly and courageously resist what I discern as evil. Nonviolent, principled resistance is sometimes faithfulness. And 5, I can actively love my neighbor through personal choices and lifestyle. Public morality begins in private faithfulness. Tears, truth, and the gospel. Here's the uncomfortable truth. When Christians stand for truth with compassion, we bear witness to the gospel of Jesus Christ. When we abandon empathy, we distort that witness. Evangelism without love is not evangelism. Public faith without tears is not the faith of Jesus. This is not about partisan loyalty, it is about moral formation. We're called to stand for truth. But when we stand without tears in our eyes, something essential is missing. We cannot do politics without tears in our eyes, not if we follow Jesus.